Okay, time to go back to Rupert Fleming. And then we get to enter... We get to finally enter where we wanted to enter for a few episodes. We're gonna use the teleporter hub.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were the land's envoy mentioned in the prophecy. Imagine that!
Sweet. And now there's nothing left to do but to go into the District of the Stars. So let's go.
Oh dear, who are you? You must be barking mad to come down here. It's a madhouse down here, to be certain. It's the sharks that are causing most of the trouble. They call themselves the Piscean Guard, and they claim to serve the Crustacean Empire. Whatever that is. They've prevented us from our main work, surveying the region and learning what we can about Celestian culture. I assume you're here to rescue us and to learn about the Celestian schools of magic. Stars, moon, and sun, right? If you want to rediscover the secrets of Celestian magic, then you must become one of us, an explorer. First lesson, observation. Based on where it stands, that broken monolith is undoubtedly the key to entering the area beyond. Would you be so kind as to go and survey that monolith and return here with your findings?
These guys are fucking huge.
The monolith is ancient, but upon closer examination, the broken edges look fairly fresh.
It was broken by the guards recently.
How interesting! A great deal of what explorers do is collect pieces of rubble and try to rebuild broken artifacts. You see, the Celestians were very big on building secret meaning into their architecture and decor, even their city layout. You can read a lot about a culture from how they build their walls, floors, and ceilings. Messages hidden everywhere. That said, if the monolith has recently been broken, then it is likely the work of the sharks of the Piscean Guard. They are crude vandals, always chopping at the Celestian artifacts and architecture, using pieces of stone for currency. Sometimes being an explorer is investigation, and sometimes it's throwing a bit of muscle around. Could you go and recover some of the pieces of the broken monolith from the Piscean Guard?
Yay, now I'm gonna have to use Hydra. The first time I faced off with against these guys, they had like 1,000 health. It took a lot more to get to them. And now, I know how to beat them. So many balance guys. But I'm used to it. Damn, I could have kept that around. Oh well. please, Hydra, show up. Show up someday, any day now. And we finally found one. Maybe the first hit will get a kill. It will, and it does. And that's the thing about spells like Tough early on in the game. It's so difficult to acquire, and now that I have Tough, basically, I can do whatever I want with it. There's Tough, there's Strong, and then there's this one that we have here. Hey, that's how I want to defeat you. But you have a lot less health than I do. Now I get a power pip when I don't really need one. Glad this is Spectral Blast and not Wild Bolt. I knew this was gonna fizzle somehow I knew. Delete everything until the spell I want shows back up. I believe a card equipped with Tough, if it isn't used, it's converted to a treasure card. And I don't think you can sell it to auction.
Great work! I think you got all the missing pieces. Lesson 2. Restoration, or rebuilding that which was broken. We'll first need something to fuse the pieces together. The Stellar Protectors were made by the Celestians, and they're still up and running after all this time. They're just suits of metal animated by power motes within their bodies, guided by who knows what. The power motes should provide enough energy to fuse the piece of the broken monolith together. Could you go and collect a few power motes from inactive Stellar Protectors? No need to damage an active one. Though our mission is exploration, not conquest, it's become clear that the Pisceans don't respect us. It makes sense to me that we need a sign of strength to show those Pisceans what stuff we're made of. Can you defeat a number each of Piscean guards, Piscean troopers, Piscean centurions, and Piscean soldiers? That should cause them to rethink their meddling with the expedition.
other ones. There's another one. Don't know why it was stopped, but there's a third one. Oh. Get out of the way.
Those should do the trick. These power motes must be treated with extreme heat before we can use them to repair the broken monolith. Where will we get that kind of heat, I wonder? Blimey! I've got it! The Star Forge! It's still burning after all this time, and it'll serve perfectly. Take those power motes to the Star Forge and bathe them in the flames. Be careful, that's incredible power at play.
You treat the power motes within the Star Forge. In short order, they're ready for use.
Those should do perfectly. I've reassembled the pieces of the broken monolith, but the translation is a bit of a bother, sad to say. Could you do us both a favor and go into the Astral Archive and seek out the knowledge we need? Speak to the Archivist there. It's sort of a talking library catalog that will tell you what you need to know.
Nice. Just avoid these guys.
I am the Archivist, a construct to aid research in the Astral Archive. Based on the nature of your request, I have prepared courses of instruction at 3 different preceptor stations. The stations are devoted to contrivances, conflict, and configurations. You may utilize them in any order you wish.
So first we'll go to the Preceptor of Conflict.
Though the people of Celestia exist in harmony with the universe, the other worlds of the spiral are not so enlightened. Celestia's magic touches the very spiral itself, and for this reason it is coveted by many. To mount a proper defense, Celestia must understand conflict in all forms.
The Preceptor has a great deal to say about all manner of conflict, from wars to magic duels. Eventually the lesson ends.
Now we'll go to the Preceptor of Configuration.
Celestia's greatest achievement is its mastery of astral magic, conjuring power from the stars, the moon, and the sun. Celestian magic is intrinsically tied to an understanding of astral configurations, or the movement of celestial bodies.
The lesson continues for quite a while, teaching you about the nature of the worlds of the spiral, the stars, and the sun. So much to learn. And then the lesson ends.
A Among the greatest of Celestia's achievements is the creation of magic artifacts, or contrivances. These contrivances are essential to Celestian life, and are marvels of crafting and enchantment.
This goes on for a while. All manner of schematics, plans, and diagrams flash before your eyes until at last the lesson ends.
So now we've done the devices and contrivances section. And now we'll go back to Thornton Lewis. I don't think there are teleporter stones here.
You look like you've been hitting the books. Did you learn anything? Now that you've a working knowledge of Celestian, we can determine how the broken monolith relates to the surroundings. Understanding context is vitally important. We must know not only how something works, but what it means in the big picture. The broken monolith has many markings very similar to those in the chantry, and may be significant. Could you go and survey the chantry to see what might be learned of the area? Return here with what you've learned.
Don't want to go across here like that. Oh, the lounge lizard's down here. I think it is. But let's get this first. So where is it? The lounge lizard's somewhere over here. There he is. We got him. Now we'll go over to the chantry.
You examine the observatory, using the powers of observation Mr. Lewis taught you. The mosaic on the floor appears important. Based on the architectural emphasis, perhaps a closer look. The mosaic is clearly the key to understanding the secret message. Unfortunately, it looks like many of the mosaic plates are missing. If they were there, the meaning would be clear.
Let's avoid these guys.
So, what did you learn? You say someone stole the shiniest and brightest plates of the mosaic? Given what we know about the sharks, they're likely the culprits. I think you know what to do. Go and thrash some of those Piscean troopers until you recover the missing pieces. Be sure to look around the rest of the chantry as well. Those sharks will often hide things from their rivals. So, you're a wizard, eh? I expect that you've got sharp wits and the ability to draw and write, correct? Could you take this paper and stylus and go into the chantry and copy the chart of the Grand Spiral? I've tried several times myself, but I'm not much of an artist. Thanks!
It's amazing that they drag you all over here when all you have to do is take the short way, the back way. Like, seriously? The chantry is right there? Oh my god.
You make a copy of the Celestian copy of the Grand Spiral. It has worlds you've never heard of on it.
It's probably all the Arc 2 and Arc 3 worlds included in that. I'm gonna do the Path of Least Resistance because this is the last video I'm doing today or tonight, whatever. I guess he's the only person giving out quests here.
Let me take a look at your chart. Wonderful! That's how to draw a star chart. I'm a bit confused about this symbol on the map. I'm sure you drew it correctly, but for the life of me, I don't know what it is. Could you go to the Astral Archive and consult the Archivist? I'm sure you'll get the answer there.
I am the Archivist, a construct to aid research in the Astral Archive. How may I assist you? That symbol is catalogued within the Astral Archive. Please consult the Preceptor of Congruency for more information.
Oh, so there's another Preceptor? I was not aware. I didn't really care in the first place, but still.
You look at the symbol displayed on the Preceptor, when suddenly you feel something move. You search the room. You find a pedestal emblazoned with a strange symbol, but it has no explanation. Only a single word is listed beneath it: Axanos.
I'm so glad I'm doing a playthrough of this game, otherwise there would be no incentive to keep playing this game.
Did you learn what the symbol meant? The mystery deepens. The grand spiral map has an ambiguous symbol upon it, though no explanation is in the astral archive. It stands to reason that the symbol is so basic that it requires no elaboration, or so cryptic its nature cannot be revealed. What or who is Axanos? Or is it aware? I sense that it is crucial to this mystery, perhaps the key. You must return to the Astral Archive and utilize the archive pedestal where you saw the strange symbol.
Looking at the symbol, you say the name Axanos aloud.
For time out of mind I roam the spiral, stellar winds at my back, lunar light to guide me, and solar fire in my grasp. The Celestians bound me, banished me to a place that was not a place, a prison with no walls. Now you have set me free. In return, I will spare you the horror I will inflict upon the worlds of the spiral. I will destroy you first. You do not need to thank me for this honor.
And we will defeat him in the next video. See you later.